Why, hello everyone. It's Friday night, and you're with the coolest people ever. You're with Ken, and we're with Katrina on the phone, even though she's not on Zoom.
Hi.
Say hi, yeah, exactly. All right, so you asked me because you're, off doing your thing. You're going to be busy with a lot of stuff, so you're like, all right, Ken, you're the guy I contact when I want to know who to play, because of your algorithms. You want to know, well, what do I bet right now? And I was like, this is a great time to talk about this because I just got back from a long day. I was out with my kid. We were watching some of the hockey game, eating dinner. We were out playing hockey today, a little bit of roller hockey. My hip feels better. My toe feels better. I was able to skate without much pain or whatever today. So I'm in a good mood. So what do you play right now? And the answer is there are games going on, and the algorithm's been having a pretty good day. So we'll assume that it's going to keep having a good day. There's the Seattle-Texas game is in the 8th inning, okay? And Seattle, the algorithm says that Seattle's supposed to win that game, and they are losing that game right now, 3-2. But Texas's bullpen is not good, so there's going to be a bet called Seattle plus 1.5. And there'll also be a Seattle to win. But I'd like to see what the Seattle plus 1.5 is right now. It's probably not a good line, but it's very, very bettable.
Seattle, what is their team name?
It's the Mariners. The Mariners are in Seattle.
Mariners.
Because of all the water in Seattle.
All right, say that again. What did you... over?
The score is 3-2, I believe, right now, and Seattle's losing. So there'll be a Seattle money line to win, which will probably be like that's probably like plus 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then
plus 240.
There you go. And then there's a Seattle plus 1.5, which is going to be like minus 150 or something.
Plus 1.5 is minus 400.
Yeah, minus 400 even, because it's already the 8th. So it's a very, very bad line. The reason why I said that is that's a great, great bet, because they would have to lose by more than one run, which is very difficult in their position. So you could bet $20 to win $5 on that and wait about 20 minutes and you'll probably win. It's a really, really good chance you'll win that. So that's one of those where, like, if you do the math on the time, you'd be like, there's only about a half hour left in that game. Am I willing to risk $20 to win $5 on a thing that's probably going to happen? And I think kind of you are, because that's one thing I would do, and then I would do something else. But I mean, am I actually going to do that myself? I should be a man of my word and do that. But the other thing you can do is you can bet a little bit on Seattle to win, because they might actually come back and win, and that pays great. If you bet $10 on that, you can win 24 plus the 10 you get back. So that's another way, but it's more risky, and you're not going to win it every night. So you have to ask yourself, like, is my goal to, like, steadily make some money tonight, or am I really going to risk it to try to win like 100 or a few hundred or something on a small amount of money? It's kind of what you want to think about. Anyway, all right, let's keep going now. But that's something I just saw that was available to make some money. But that's not all that exciting, and there's not a lot of time left in that game. And when you bet on games where there aren't a lot of time left, it's not always a good idea. So let's talk about games that just started. There's a Boston and A's game. There's Atlanta and Rockies in the 6th. And there's your Mets and Dodgers. And if we look at what the algorithm says about those games, let's look at just the last two that have just started, Boston and Oakland. Boston is the number 2 pick of the game, and their line was minus 160. And they're supposed to win this game 6-2 or 6-3. Well, what's the line on Boston to win right now?
It's minus 160.
And what's Boston minus 1.5?
Plus 105.
Plus 105. Well, the lineup factor for Boston is good. And the ERA, yeah, it's probably supposed to get hit. You got a lot of options here. You should do something with Boston because they're so high on the algorithms list They're the second pick of the day, and the Yankees crushed it. Toronto losing, actually. Tampa Bay's winning. Seattle's losing. But Boston is up there, and there's a lot of reasons why they're supposed to beat Oakland today. So you should bet, when you think of your bankroll, I think you should bet like half of your MGM Grand bankroll on Boston to win. I mean, it's only going to pay minus 160. You could also do the Boston minus 1.5. You could also do Boston team runs if you want to look into the game and do team runs. But I would say if you want to win a bet tonight, you're supposed to take Boston to win, and you'll pay that minus 160 even though they're on the road. So that is something you should do, because for every $20 you bet on that, you're going to get back. I think, is that $14 in profit every 20 you bet when it's minus 160? I think so.
It's minus 150 now. Let's see. Oh, it keeps changing. 150.
Yeah, it's 150 now. Yeah, exactly. If Oakland, actually, the thing you could do is if you're sitting and really live betting, we're supposed to wait till Oakland accidentally goes up by a run or something, and then bet Boston to win. Is one thing that I'm going to be watching tonight, as I'm also watching other games for the rest of the night before I go to sleep. So there's like a couple hours left of me paying attention before I go to sleep tonight. So like this is one where if Boston goes down, then you're supposed to bet them. Right now, you can still bet them because they might not ever go down in this game, and the algorithm really likes them a lot today, and everything's so you should do something with Boston. Have your good luck. You can do them minus 1.5. You can do them to win. You can do their team runs over whatever the team runs are available, but should do something to win on them. Just do it to win. Whatever the price is, and you just that's what's supposed to win tonight. The Mets-Dodgers game is a lot closer. It has the Dodgers winning, but it's not as worth it. It's a more difficult game to predict because the two teams are really good and the pitchers are good, but also the hitters are good. It's tough to predict that other game. But the Boston-Oakland game is a wide open. Boston's supposed to crush them. So that's what you do. You're supposed to keep it simple, not mess with that Seattle nonsense that I started the video off with, but that's really what you're supposed to do right now.
Okay, so just scrap that one.
Yeah. I mean, you can also space it out if you want to try to make more money by like, say you've got $50 on the, to bet for the rest of the night, and you're like, all right, I want to bet this Boston game, but I don't want to bet it all on them to win because they're minus 160 and I only make $32 or something. So I'd rather bet on them minus 1.5 for $25 of my money, and then the other 25 I put on them to win straight up. Or you could bet their team runs, but I would say just keep it simple if you want to keep it simple. I make things too complicated. You've known me long enough to know that. Keep it simple. Just bet on them to win, and hopefully just bet your $20 and win your 14, win your dinner or whatever it is, or your lunch or your drink with it, and then be done with it. That's the way I would look at it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll be doing a bunch of other things. 'Cause I won a ton already today, and I'm just watching the rest of the night to see if some other things will win.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I mean, when I start updating the scores, you'll see that Washington won, San Diego's winning. Those are two underdogs. The Angels lost, but I said in the video, don't look at this guy's stats because he doesn't have enough pitched innings. So that was okay.
Yeah, I was really impressed with your algorithm yesterday, where when I was looking to see what to parlay, you were talking about the lower margin ones and lower margin games, and you were going into depth, which I didn't really have time to listen to it. That's why I was like, like yesterday, I was like, I didn't even know what I bet. But yeah, like those won too. So yeah, the lower margins, I was impressed. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. No, some days it'll do that. It's like 1 out of every 5 days it goes good. But you also said something we were talking before, which is you're like, yeah, this is like every other day that it's having a really good day. And it can do that later in the season because we get more stats for more of the year. So it's more predictive. And there's less surprises because people have pitched more innings. And starting pitching is extremely important in the outcome of the game. I think that's been proved from the algorithm for sure, regardless of how often they win. So anyway, cool stuff. I'll be updating. The email list is growing because I'm giving away this thing like for free now. Some people are sending me money because they're nice, but I'm just giving it to anybody who wants it because I'm like, here you go, and just building the email list. So it's up to. I gained like 10 people in the last 2 days, so it's going fast. And if it keeps winning like this, then it'll grow real fast. Because anyway, so we'll keep it up. All right, so good times. So bet Boston. We're gonna root Boston in, and I'm also rooting for the Rangers in the hockey game. All right, that's what we need. We need the Rangers to win to complete one of my round robins, because. Like I talked about in the video, the Miami-San Francisco game had 21 runs, even though they changed the pitcher on us at the last minute. I said, bet the over. I bet the alternate over on this at 2.5 to 1. I bet over 10.5 runs, and oh my gosh, it was the easiest money ever. Ever. Even team runs with Miami, everything won. Everything. We had this game predicted at being 5-6, ended up being 15-6. Anyway, all right, so I guess I'll let you go. I'll publish this video, get it up, and hopefully people can bet on Boston. And Boston can win. Let's go Red Sox. Come on, Red Sox. You gotta go for the Red Sox. Yeah, whatever. All right, all right. You got anything to say to anybody? You gonna keep being lucky?
Yeah.
I have to ask you because you're lucky, all right? Mets Dodgers. Algorithm says Dodgers win 4-3 ish. Do you agree with that? Or do you think the Mets are going to win?
That's 4-3. So just a 1 point difference.
1.7 difference. It's actually 4.3 to 2.6. That's what the algorithm says. So Dodgers are at home. Dodgers are strong. The pitcher for the Dodgers is awesome. His name is Tyler. and he's awesome. He's 6-0. He wins 2/3 of his games. So he's pitched, I guess, 9 starts, and he's won 6 of them. That's incredible. He has the best win percentage of any pitcher on here. So it's just given the nod. Even though the Mets lineup factor is technically a little bit higher than the Dodgers. So it means the Mets can generally hit, but they're going up against a really, really good pitcher. So I don't know what that means. It's tough. It's conflicting information because the pitcher's supposed to stop them, but the hitter's supposed to hit them. So who wins? I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually the pitcher, I think, generally. When the pitcher's good. Yeah. So anyway, all right, good times. All right, I'll let you go and I'll publish this up and we'll talk later. All right.
Okay. Bye.